Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Welcome back to K&K Crochet. Today we're going to talk about fair entries. I've talked to some of you in our Facebook group about if you enter your county or state fair, and some of you, understandably have said no because it's too far away, and to mail packages, that sort of thing, and go back and forth is too much hassle and expense. And also, to actually do the process, you have to submit your paperwork. Sometimes you can do it online, sometimes you can't, and then you have to physically take your items to the fair, which they give you a ticket to get in to do that and a ticket to come back and pick them up. At least ours does, our state fair. And then you have to come back and pick them up after they're judged, and generally it's about a week or two in difference in between those 2 days. And we had taken a few years off because we had other obligations during the time that would happen, and we couldn't do that. But this year we're going to try again. I had gone through and looked at all the different categories. The categories have changed at ours, it looks like, last year as opposed to previous years. So I'm not sure what we're going to enter. I do know that I had 26 different categories of things in our craft wheelhouse, not all crochet items, that we would like to enter. And the way it works is you do the paperwork, you take your stuff in, they tag it, then it's judged, it stays in the fair for the week-long fair exhibit, and then you go back at the end and you pick it up. And then if you place, then there's a small check that's cut for you for, it depends, some are like $10 for first place, some are a little more, a little less, $50 for best of show, that kind of thing. So, and we have both placed before, we've entered before. Normally I enter somewhere between 5 and 8 items. It depends. This year could be more or less. It just depends on how much time I get to work on it, how much time I get to, devote to it. So I'm hoping, like, of those 26 things, several were Afghans. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to enter 5 or 6 Afghans. It's just not going to happen. But if an Afghan intersects with something I'm already doing for the year, then I'll be okay to enter that Afghan into the fair and then have it returned to me. And they are, returned. And so if I'm doing something for a Christmas gift, for example, I can do that. And then at the end, I can give it still as a Christmas gift, because our fair's in August, so we'll go completely through the fair process before it would be time to actually gift it. So that's where we stand. I'm looking. Kristen has to go through and look at the categories. We have to figure out if she can enter as an adult or if she has to enter into a child's category. And that's just basically reading through the process. And there's lots and lots of paperwork to read through. So she's going to do that today or tomorrow, sometime this week, so that she can figure out what she wants to enter and what she's going to do. I don't have my list completely ready. I just have a list of things I would like to maybe enter. And so when I find a time that I'm like, oh, well, I've got some time, maybe I would like to start on the fair stuff. And that's what I've been doing with this Santa's workshop, trying to figure out what I wanted to do for Christmas gifts and fair and everything else. When I finish a project, I go back and look at everything I've said I wanted to do for the year and see if there's something else. Now, I've kind of gotten hung up on these Afghans here, these first 2, for my mother-in-law and my mom. My mom's just completed. My mother-in-law's, you saw the video, I'm working. Lemons to lemonade, right? Or cut your losses, whichever one. So, I'm working on that. I'm hoping to get that finished soon, so I can put that away and move on to something else, and maybe take a break from blankets for a little bit. I'm kind of getting tired of them already, because I've done 2, started a 3rd one, and now I'm having to rip that back. So I'm kind of tired of blankets. How many blankets are you doing this year?
My mood blanket. I might decide one later, but as of right now, just the mood blanket.
We're not really blanket kind of people, but I do have 2 more that I know I want to finish this year. So that's probably going to be my cutoff. I'm probably going to stop making blankets for Christmas items. And I had said that in the beginning. I was going to use the Santa's workshop to help me plan, and everybody has something written down that I might make for them. I've got one more person that I want to make a blanket for, and because it's a special blanket, and I've got to see if I can get the yarn for that. And then I've got a blanket that I want to make for me. And that's it. That's probably going to be it, because I'm getting tired of blankets and I want to go on to amigurumi and things like that. So let us know down in the comments, do you enter your fair, your state fair, your county fair, craft competitions in your area? Have you placed before? I know that I have placed once with a blue ribbon, maybe a couple of times, but I will try to find a picture to put as a thumbnail where the sheep that are, yeah, the sheep that I did got blue ribbon. And I'll try to find all of Kristen's. I don't know if you did.
I only entered once, and I entered one item.
What did you enter?
The pumpkin wall hanging, and I got a blue ribbon.
I thought you entered more than that.
Nope, it was just that one.
So I'll find that, and I'll try to find mine. I think I took pictures once upon a time, but I don't know if they're still floating on my Facebook. And if so, I'll enter them in a little slideshow for you to see what we entered and what we placed. And I can't remember all of them. It was a couple of different years we did it, and we placed each year. And competition, I think, is pretty stiff. But
I waited in line for like 30 minutes the one year that I did it and Mom did it with my older brother. It was like out the door. We had to wait to get checked and everything.
Yeah, that's when you first sign in to register. Not to register, but to label your items.
Yeah, bring your items and they have to label it.
You register by mail or online or whatever, and then they send you the labels. You attach them to your stuff, and then what she's talking about is when you actually take them to the fair and sign in and hand your items over. So it was a long process. Now, the one time I did it, we were in and out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a lot to enter. That was like the first year. So it just depends. Of course, they have competitions for everything. Items that you grow in your garden, sewing, photography, and people, I think, enter from all over. So it's interesting to see some of the items. Like, I would go back and look and see. I wanted to see who got blue ribbon in my category. And it's interesting to see what they choose from year to year. It's interesting to see other people's stuff, what they've brought in to show. So, maybe think about it. If you have one in your area that you can enter, it's a lot of fun. And even if you don't win, it's fun to just participate. So, and show off what you've done. So anyway, we hope you have a blessed week. Be kind, because you don't know anybody else's journey. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.